Something that I go through, and I believe a lot of other devs go through, is this fear of being laid off. As software engineers, we work in a field where layoffs are very common. They're very common. So I am doing a few things to mitigate this fear, to erase this fear. And I want to share with you. I don't have all the answers, but I do believe that these few things have really helped to me manage the emotions, the stress around changes are coming to my org. Maybe there will be layoffs. It's helped me manage that. So let me just share a few of these things. And if you don't have this fear, then you can click away from this video. But if you have this fear even a little bit, some of these things might help you. So let's just get into it. The first one is to really put in max effort into your job. I've seen this so many times where I see a really high performer at their job, and then the next thing you know, somebody leaves the company, and they try to grab the high performer to bring them over to their company. I've seen this so many times. So by putting in a lot of effort into your current job, you're building up other job opportunities almost without even trying. And then you're getting the benefits of doing really well at your current job, the benefits of a higher bonus, less stress. I do believe people who perform really well at their jobs actually have less stress. Even if they put in more effort, a lot of times they have less stress than underperformers. So you get all those benefits, plus you're building up opportunities outside of your current company. The second thing is to build up a cash reserve. I think that if you can build up a cash reserve, you just have more options. If you did get laid off, you'd have time. You'd have time to just take a breather, look for the next opportunity that makes sense rather than look for the next opportunity just to get the bills paid again. So building up a cash reserve, I think getting a habit of automatic. I mean, I don't do this, but ideally, if you even automated some transfers to a savings account, that would be even better. But just building up a savings account is the second one. The third thing, and this is the one that I really could be a lot better at. I really, if I'm being fully honest with you guys, I'm putting in some time, but not as much time as I need to, is to upskill. So identify a area of software engineering that would pay dividends if you grew at. For me, I've identified lead code. I know that if I get really good at lead code, there's going to be a lot of opportunities that come from that. But if I'm being real with you guys, haven't been putting in as much time as I need to. I've been doing about 1 to 2 hours a weekend on average, but I think I need to way up that. Like 1 to 2 hours a week is like not really making it. It's making a dent, it is adding up. I will say it is adding up over this year so far. I have seen myself get a little bit better, but I need to put in more time to be real. But anyway, the point is making time to upskill. I'm happy that I at least have got that habit of putting a little time each weekend, and I wanna up that more. And I'll share with you guys more as I actually make more progress on lead code. So the third thing is upskill. And then the fourth thing is to make peace with the field that you and I are both in, because this is the reality. Tech companies do lay off, and it could not even be your fault. A lot of times layoffs happen and it has nothing to do with performance. So just making peace. My dad got me this book, The Daily Stoic, that I have been reading. I've been reading a little bit each day. Not every day, but even though you're supposed to read it daily, but I've been reading a little bit each week, a few pages each week. Really good wisdom in there. And one of the teachings from the Stoics is that to focus on what you can control. So, make peace with the fact that we've chose this career, and there's so many amazing things to this career. We get to constantly learn, we get paid well, we can work from anywhere. There's so many benefits to being a software engineer, but there's also downsides. The downside is you can get laid off at any time. Another downside is that you have to spend a lot of time in front of a screen. Another downside is that a lot of times you're going to have to work to the point where your mind gets a little fried, because you're just thinking all day you're just making decisions all day, and your mind will get to this fried state. At least that's what I experience quite frequently, and I'm working on ways to manage that also. I might make whole another video on that. But essentially, I've been really making peace with the fact that I've chosen this career and it's amazing, but there are some difficulties to this career that I just have to make peace with. So that's all I have for y'all. I hope you found this video useful. To recap, let's see if I can recap. I just been flowing in this video, but let me see if I can recap everything. The first one is to put in max effort into your job. The second one is to build up a cash account. The third one is to upskill, and the fourth one is to make peace with the career you chose. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all in the next one. All right, take care.